So let's check this treatment out. This goes by pretty quick. TCA doesn't take you too long to do. I'm going to dampen the skin first. Here's our protocol. I'm going to work over some green tea first. Remember that first cleanse is all about sweat, makeup, dirt, debris, getting the skin clean, and then we'll move on to our treatment cleanser with glycolic next. Sponge removal or warm towel. Just try not to introduce too much heat to the skin. Second cleanse, typically from us, is glycolic cleanser. What does glycolic acid do? Absolutely. It works upon the desmosomes. It weakens desmosomes and starts to shear skin down. I'm going to remove that cleanse with a warm barber wrap. It's not too warm, like I just said. Try not to introduce too much heat. Our two methods of degreasing. The left side here, I have isopropyl rubbing alcohol at 70%, working that over. And I'm also offering, on the right side of the screen, you'll see me using one of our glycolic retinol pads. And everyone, that's just to help you understand that you can be more gentle with the glide pad if your client is sensitive. I'm swabbing up my model's lips here. I want to lay this product on. I'm going to kind of work it up to her lip line, but I do not want to treat the lips. Notice that I might look for any open lesions on her skin. This client's skin is really good. There was a little dot right there, had a little open, a little sun damage there, and then there's one down here on her cheek that I'm going to occlude as well. But once you're done with that, we've degreased, we've occluded, we're going to lay this TCA on. Now notice here, I've got my gauze pad again. I've loaded that up. I just dipped it into a little bowl with my TCA. And what I'd like you to look at here, I'm working in even layers. I'm giving this a little push into the skin, and I'm just kind of cleaning up my work as I go. Notice I'm not pressing too much into her skin, and it's not dripping down her neck, and I'm being very careful to watch that as I go. I kind of move my hand over her face just to give her a little breathe space. Sometimes the fumes of this peel can kind of, work against people. 2 or 3 minutes have passed, and that peel has dried down just a little bit, and you can see I'm applying the second layer. So in this context, the second layer would be all I would offer this client because this is her baseline. I do not remove this. She goes home with this on her skin. She lets it be on her skin about 8 hours, and in that time it will neutralize. So see how there's safety factors in here. You don't have to worry about over-processing the skin here, and that's a really good thing to know as well. I'm just kind of double checking my work there. And one other comment I have here with this, we say it in our protocol, but I do not apply SPF on this peel. Do you know why? Because long ago I was taught that sometimes, once you have the TCA on the skin, if you put SPF on that, that will kind of get that on lockdown, and the TCA will not move down into the skin. If you're an esthetician that has to have SPF at all costs, my recommendation on that would be to kind of set client expectations. That's the time for a big hat. It's their shades. They don't have any other appointments for that day. They're driving straight home, getting out of the sun, and maybe that's a way around SPF, or you can lightly apply SPF and when the skin is kind of dried down. So to recap the TCA, we like it because number one, it's safe for all Fitzpatrick types. It's not the first thing you use, is it? Right? You got to condition your client to get them to this TCA. You always start with 2 layers to be safe. Like I said, you put this on, they wear it for 8 hours, they gently wash it off in 8 hours and start with moisturizing, and at day 4, they start to see peeling. They continue their home care along with that. Right the day or 2 after the peel, sometimes those glycolic pads might be a little bit too sensitizing, so they can take a break from those. But as soon as it's comfortable again to get into your active skincare, go right into that, start treating, and then according to our protocol, they'll rest for a couple of weeks, they'll come back to you, you'll finish out the series, but you're going to add more layers of TCA. So like I said, I love this. It gives you a direction to go with people. It's highly corrective, and you can use it, and it's safe for all Fitzpatrick types.